Right. Okay, today we on a new topic about samatha. Uh, Previously we have talking about like bojjhanga factors, 37 factors enlightenment, iddhipada, how do you make your mind strong, right? And now we're talking about what is the actual practice and how are you going to practice and what are the meditation objects. Now, when we have this Pali word, it's not type here, let me type Kamathana. Kamathana is mentioned in Visuddhimagga. Sometimes we in Visuddhimagga translate as meditation subject. Sometimes we use the word meditation object, you know, because karma is literally karma is action. Thana is a place of action. It means that the place of where your meditation or where is your mind supposed to work as. Okay, place plus action plus place. Okay, action plus. So literally means where is your mind going to work at? You know, like we say meditation. What's meaning of meditation? Last week I already mentioned to you many times. Meditation means cultivation of mind. Now, if you want to cultivate your mind, you need some method, some technique, right? Some objects. So today we are going to study samatha is a 40 and satipatthana. Normally vipassana we refer to the satipatthana. So the table down there I get from the internet help. We compare the samatha practice, follow the Visuddhimagga, and for Satipatthana foundation for the Satipatthana Sutta, right? Highlighting the distinct purpose, method, and practical applications in Theravada Buddhism. Now, there's a different important for us to know the method and contents. The helpful framework distinguishes these two systems by their nature. So it's sometimes we refer to samatha and vipassana, or samatha means concentration or insight. Now we have different translation, right? Sometimes we call it samatha means concentration meditation. Sometimes nowadays we also have another way. We call it tranquility meditation. Okay. And vipassana refer to insight meditation. So that's why sometimes different terms is in English. So it's better you just remember the Pali. Samatha is samatha. Vipassana is vipassana. And the result will be for samatha, we'll be talking about you want to get deep concentration like first, second, third, fourth jhana. And normally vipassana, we are looking for mindfulness, okay, and wisdom, of course. So samatha and jhana refer to contents of practice or vipassana, we also refer to the satipatthana. So that's why sometimes different translation, we call it satipatthana vipassana. If you want a very long name, you can say satipatthana vipassana meditation. Okay. Or samatha means tranquility or insight. So this distinction clarifies they are not directly comparable as competing system, but rather as complementary dimensions of the Buddhist meditation. Okay, now they are helpful to each other. Remember last time we talking about different patterns, different practice. For example, you can have samatha first, then vipassana later. Or last time we talked about vipassana and then samatha later. Or vipassana and samatha, quite we call it concurrently or linked together. So this covered in the previous lesson, we call Yuganata. And previous lesson, we are talking about reduce the hindrances or defilements or restlessness, okay, udakujeta, ondama, which is we call it the defilement, which we mentioned in this subject also. So that's why we call it they are complementary according to many suttas, such as the Yuganata Sutta. So this we already mentioned last week. So I just highlight what is a complementary. because we can use them according to our practice. No, we cannot just fix that. Okay, I want to do vipassana. I don't want to do samatha. Or I want to do samatha. I don't want to do vipassana. Then you are missing the goodness of the practice. So you can do samatha. After a while, when you feel that your meditation is good enough, your mind calm enough, you go for vipassana. So they complement each other. Or you do vipassana, you find that you don't have enough samadhi power. However, you not are not deep enough. So you go and practice samatha. So can. Or you do samatha vipassana, you go to first jhana, come out, you contemplate. Second jhana, go inside, come out, contemplate. Third jhana, you go inside, come out from jhana, contemplate. Or you just do the as you practice, you find you have restlessness, you have some hindrances, and you reduce it. Okay, so that's the meaning of the meaning of complementary. Now, okay, now we go for the aspect. It's important for us to know what's the difference, right? So if you practice 40 samatha practice, you want to gain the deep concentration, samadhi. You want to gain tranquility. You want to gain jhana. Why? Because in many centers, sound like our center say you need concentration, you need samadhi. After that, when you gain jhana, then you start to do vipassana. Or some people they say is they are not interested in jhana, they just want to know insight, want to develop wisdom. So they want to see impermanence, suffering, non-self, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Because they want their mind is much more geared for liberation from defilements and samsara. Okay, now mechanism means when we say samadhi, what is samadhi? Samadhi means one-pointedness. So when we learn Abhidhamma, what is samadhi? Samadhi actually means this ekagata. So that's the meaning of samadhi. Samadhi and kagata are same meaning. Samadhi is in sutta, you call samadhi. In Abhidhamma, we call ekagata. It's same thing, and that's the nature of samadhi. It's like one pointedness. Your mind focus on single object. Your mind don't go uh, to other object. For example, you know the breathing, your mind is on the breathing. You do walking meditation, your mind is on walking meditation. Your mind don't go to other object. You are not, your attention are not dispersed. It's really one pointedness. And you, as you go along, when you have absorption or near the absorption, you suppress the hindrances. Now, satipatthana is open, non-reactive observation. You change, you observe anything happen in your mind, body, uh, my body, feeling, mind, and anything. All right. So it's not to say it must focus. It just the it can just focus on the body, but let it be open, right? So samatha 40 and satipatthana, maybe we are talking body, feeling, mind, and phenomena. So they have some sub practice. And for this samatha, according to Visuddhimagga, you can go according to type and temperament, like anger and so on. Okay, now we go for the object here. So for this samatha are 10 kasina, 10 asubha. Kasina means using the color disc or elements. Asubha, this one we explain later. So asubha means the corpse contemplation. Anusati, like Buddha Nusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati. This one we'll explain later. Brahma Vihara, loving kindness, and so on. For formula states, one to do with the discuss on food, all right, and one on food, okay. And this is another one on the four great elements. So body on vipassana means body, feeling, mind, and dhamma. So satipatthana we already mentioned last week, so I will not go so much detail. And you also need to have phenomena refer to the dhamma. So body, kaya, vedana, chitta, and dhamma. On your hindrances, aggregate, sense, fear, awakening, and truths. So we covered last week already. Okay, now, when do we practice samatha? It depends on your teacher or on your somebody who knows you well. Based on your mentality, are you greedy type? If you're greedy type, you practice asubha. Or you're hateful type, you practice the antidote loving kindness. If you are deluded type, actually they say anapanasati also suitable, right? Then for satipatthana vipassana practice, you practice according to body, feeling, mind, and dhamma. This is subsequently one to one. Or you just practice when the object comes, so no need to follow the temperament. Okay. And among the breath, breathing is one of the 40 objects suitable for all the meditation or temperament. And in the vipassana, breathing is just a foundation only. So when you'll be able to focus is under the body contemplation. Later you anchoring the, it's help to anchor the attention. This means that when you have restless mind, you come back to the breathing. When you have anger, you also come back to the breathing. So it kind of like help you to anchor. Why? Because the breathing is there all the time. All right. So it's make your mind calm down. So, and for samatha, your mind sustain attention, one focus on one object, either on a like kasina, so you just not kasina, 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 or breath counting. So it's very narrow object. For vipassana, it's different. Vipassana means you need to have the awareness all the time, continuous on anything on your nama rupa, physical and mental as they arise. And samatha relation, yes, it is the basis. It's the foundation. So use the samatha to make your mind calm down, purify. Then you change to insight later. So this one we call it samatha yanika. Means that you use the samatha as a basis. For vipassana, we call it vipassana yanika. Means go straight to vipassana. Use the vipassana as the main vehicle. So it just use the kanika samadhi. Kanika samadhi means here it means momentary, right? The meaning of kanika samadhi means moment to moment, momentary concentration, right? Moment to moment. This is a minimal. Minimal means it's not the deep absorption. It just use some samadhi for you to focus. All right. Now, for samatha, based on Visuddhimagga, 5th century and suttas. For vipassana, normally based on Satipatthana Sutta. So the method is Paal, Thai tradition, and Northern East. In Myanmar, Mahasi is under the Mahasi Sayadaw is the main one. Mahasi learned from Jetawun Sayadaw and so on. So he learned from ancient teacher, and ancient teacher learned from ancient teacher, or Shu Min and Southern Thai. Right. So Samatha rooted primarily in commentary tradition, systematic and prescriptive method, and then the Mahasi is actually done on commentary also, and also sutta based and so on. All right, so before I continue, any question about this topic? Any question? Okay, later when you have question, we can do chit chat offline. Offline means I don't record. So now we record for the set of students who are not able to come in. Okay, now we go for 40 samatha practice. For those who attend the Visuddhimagga class, we already study very detailed according to the book, very detailed instruction. How many attended this Visuddhimagga class? Just a short. Anybody just attended? How many you attended? Okay. Melinda, Michael, who else? I think Sister Chai also.
I attended, yeah.
Okay. That means that Sister Yo? No, right? I think no. Okay, that means that only few of you.
Sanji,
Yes or no?
I didn't attend
Yeah.
all. I only attend a few classes, so I
Oh,
not a complete course lah for
okay,
visually
okay, okay, okay. So your knowledge is not complete, right? Okay,
not
okay.
complete
So
yet.
that means only 3 or 4 students here. All right. So if you want, you can listen to recording. It's recorded in the YouTube. I put on the YouTube already. That is very detailed. Okay. Now today is just 2 hours, so we can just cover some. All right. Now 40 samatha. It's very easy to remember. 10 kasina, 10 Asubha, 10, this is we call it Anusati. So Kasina and Asubha, impurity 10, Anusati, the correction 10, then remaining 10 is the, we put 4 Brahma Vihara, 4 formless means Arupa. Okay. Rupa. And then one perception on food and analysis of 4 great elements. Okay. So this added up will be 10. Okay. For Brahma Vihara, Arupa, perception of first, and 4 great elements. So end up 10. So above is Kasina, Asubha, Anusati. All right. So 10, 10, 10, and remaining 10. Now, Kasina is, there are instructions down there what to do. So we just go through this one. It's either you use the color. So we call it, these are color, 4 colors. Blue, yellow, red, white. Okay. And 4 great elements. Okay. So Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. And then this is blue. I think this is normally is blue, yellow, red, white. So if you can remember this, the 4 color, then normally the Pali will be Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. So I remember as PATV. Okay. And plus this color, blue, yellow, red, red, and white. And then after that, you have light and space. Light is the light you see, like the skylight, the moonlight, or you turn on the lamp light. Space is just a space, okay? Not on an object or what. It's like when you see the window is open. Okay, you are not looking at the scenery, you are looking at the space of the window. So there's a space. And then it say here suitable. Yes, actually in Visumaga, it give a very detailed explanation. So, but here is just generally, it say actually anybody can practice kasina, even like kasina. Kasina on light is a little bit difficult to do, but I think it's possible because kasina is a very simple object. Now remember, samatha is try to make the mind calm down. So the object must be, I would say, quite simple lah. The simple it is, it will be easier for your mind. So casino is just like a one object of a dish. We look at it and so on. Right. So later we come to again. Now, asoba is suitable for greedy person because greedy person can last for your own body, last on the body of others. So, uh, on that day, I think which class? We're talking about Rahula. He lasts over his own body. So it's for these people who are last, so we can contemplate the corpse. After 2 days, the corpse was swollen. Then the color will turn gray or whatever. Then the worms will come, and then the if you throw at the channel ground, the animals will eat it, grow it. Then will be December. Then the water come out, the wound eaten, and finally becomes skeleton. So that is for Asura. Normally difficult to practice unless you go and see a corpse. Now I know some they call it what the silent mentor. I never been there. I also don't know how they do it. But what I see is when we had dead rats or dead dogs in my center in Myanmar, so you can see the animals. So even before you see the animal, the first thing that hit you is the smell. The smell is so strong, like even as far as one maybe 500 meters, you can smell it. You know, asoba is not what you see. Even before you see, the smell is so terrible. Even we call it lizard die when you shut the window. You accidentally the lizard was trapped inside. A small lizard also very smelly already, not to mention. And how about the smell of the snake? The snake has one distinct smell, very fishy. Yeah. So that is a really asuba. You never forget the smell. So strong. Okay, so Anusati on Buddha, like ETB, so Bhagawa, then Swakato. So when you chant again, sometimes you also need to look at the English text. It's not you forget the meaning. What is ADB so? What is Swakato? What is Sangha? All right. Then 10 Anusati including Sila. Sila. So thinking about your own morality, like you keep the 5 precept well, or you keep the uh, 8 precept well. So rejoice on your morality. You try very hard not to tell lies, no slandering, no harsh speech, no gossip. Generosity chaga. Give donation, help people, donation with your time, and so on. So this called Devata. Now, this deities is not thinking about deities. It's thinking about the qualities of becoming a deity. Right? So here is like we call it thinking about qualities of becoming a deity. How did somebody become a deva? It's not because they go and just worship or whatever. It's because they do a good deeds. For example, they become deities because they have good morality. It's possible people with morality, they become deity. And it's possible because of generosity, they become deity. It's because also of anusati, they become deity. So in Buddha time, there's one young boy, he going to die, but the father is so stingy, refused to even let the boy die in the house, in case the devotees will go inside the house and see the house is full of riches. So he put the boy outside the house. So then the boy just think about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, think about the qualities of Buddha. And after he passed away, he reborn as a deity, you know, just with the Buddha no sati. So that's the qualities of becoming deity. So when we think about, oh, how come the deity are so good, so beautiful, so good looking? It's because in the past, they had done a lot of generosity and so on. So that is like Marana Sati. We say life is impermanent, that is permanent. Okay. So body is referred to 32 body parts. Like we say the Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danda, Tacho, and so on. Breathing is this one. Okay. Now, breathing is also considered as Anusati because it is placed under the Anusati. Okay. As a Samatha practice. And in Vipassana practice, we also got breathing. So breathing can be samatha and Vipassana, depends on the category. Peace is just a piece of Nibbana. You think about Nibbana is so peaceful. Why? Because it's a cessation of great hatred delusion. There's no namarupa. That's why Nibbana is so peaceful. So this Anusati only. Today I want to go through all because it's quite a lot. So we just go through the list here. Now, for Brahma Vihara, I think it's not so typical. I already mentioned many times. So, loving kindness, compassion, austerity, or joy. Last time they translate as sympathetic joy, but that's not very good. Austerity joy is okay. Or equanimity. And for alupa is to do with the alupa jhana. So, infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neither perception, non-perception. So, that is easy. If you learn Abhidhamma, akasa cha nyantana, no, this is aviyanan chanyatana, akinchanyatana, neva sanyana sanyatana. So this one we cannot practice unless you have a very good jhana. Next one is food. That is very easy to practice. So every time you see the food, it's not discuss about the nature of food. It's discuss of the process of food. For example, you need to seek for the food. You know why you need to work because you need to seek for the food. After you seek the food, then you need to digest the food. Okay, after you digest, you need to eat the food. Then after you digest, you need to expel the food. All right. This we call it the process of food is troublesome. Imagine you live, you don't need to eat the food. You are deity. So you don't need to look for the food, you need to eat food, you need to expel the food, no need to go toilet at all. So that is because the nature of food is impermanence. And then four great elements. Okay, earth, water, fire, wind. All right. There's for samatha. Like we say, the earth is hard, the water is cohesion, the fire is hot and cold, the air is moving. So this we cover. It can be as samatha or vipassana. Okay. Now temperament is uh Asubha is for greed. Now, Buddha Dhamma Sangha is suitable for faithful time. If you have time, look again at the Visuddhimagga. It's very detailed. Okay, faithful time is Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You need to think about the qualities of triple gem. So you must have some faith. Now, if you are Buddhi type means you have to contemplate the you have to more intellectual knowledge thinking about this one. So it's suitable if you want to think about that because you need to have a very strong mind. I will die. Okay, that will happen to me in what way and so on. Right. So this is suitable. I think body type it should be okay for the this one also. Body type, Buddhi type. But actually, even though we say whatever, actually all the Anusati is suitable at all the times, because it really build up the basis. All right, loving kindness, even though it says suitable for aversion, but actually everybody can practice loving kindness. But if you have strong hatred, it's recommended as an antidote for if the person has so much hatred, it's good to practice metta. And this is for advanced for the jhana practice. And if you have food, you also greedy nature. But this is also suitable for Buddhi type. I think it's suitable for Buddhi type also because you need to think about that, the nature of the food. Okay. And for great elements, it's suitable for those who are more wise because for great elements, you really see the nature of impermanent suffering non-self in your body. Okay. Now, now we come to practice for this one. Okay. Now this is actually quite not so difficult to do. So if you want to practice a fire kasina, make a lamp, all right? A lamp that is easy. Now candlelight or oil lamp. Oil lamp maybe we don't have oil lamp. It's a candle is very easy. Or now you have the Buddha lamp, the small cup one. So it just far. So the lamp is steady, not a lot of strong wind. We have flame, the growing part. But we don't want to look at the wick or smoke. Okay, let's see. Let's say if you look at the, so let's say you look at the flame. Okay, like this, okay? So if you look at the flame, you look at the flame, the bright blood. You don't look at the wick because when your mind look at the wick, your mind go distracted by the wick or other things, other parts. So if your mind just focus on the bright one, as bright as possible. So you look at it, look at it. So it's your mind just thinking about, and you recite in your mind, fire, 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 fire. So you just look at the fire. So that is if you this one. If you are on nature place, if you go and burn the fire, so you look at the fire, it's burn, burn, burn. Okay, the bright one, not at the stick or at the something else. Okay, so just look at the frame, fire, fire, tejo, tejo. Now after that, you need to recite like this, not silently. You need to recite this because it will reduce the hindrances. Because if you look at the fire, after a while your mind might thinking something else. So look at the fire and recite fire, 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 fire. Open your eyes, look at it, fire, 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 fire. When your mind is okay, you close your eyes. Okay, you close your eyes, and your mind think about the same fire, the flame. Then you open your eyes again, look at it, and close your eyes again. So when you close your eyes, your mental frame means the one that you hold in your mind is very steady. So you just look at it. You don't need to open your eyes again. Okay. So it's like when you see the frame, okay, the frame is so steady, so make sure you do it on a candlelight, the room without the strong wind, so it just steady in your eyes. So you look at this again, okay, open eyes, then you close eyes, and when you close eyes you'll be able to see. Then you just focus on the mental frame, the one image in your eyes. All right, is it clear? You all can try later if you like fire. Okay, anybody can try. For me, actually, I don't like fire because I see fire. To me, it's dangerous. I prefer other object. Maybe if I go to the lake, okay, instead of doing this, okay, let's say if you want to do the lake, let's say if you want to do water casino, how you do? Okay, I would suggest you use go to lake if you have lake. Okay, go to lake, especially if the lake is a clear lake, lah, huh? Clear lake. So just sit quite far lah. Okay, so look with eyes, then close eyes and okay, and then you also need to recite. Same also. So recite uh water, water. Okay. Then you close your eyes, so then imagine the water circle. Now, why do we see lake? Because it's casino, so it should be round image, When we want to see is the round image. So you imagine the round image, water image, water round image. Or oval. The best actually is the oval shape because the lake is oval shape, right? So then after that you hold on to the water image in your mind. Then you just open your eye, look at the lake, then close your eyes. Yeah. Open your eye and you recite lake, 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 or water, water, water. So when you close your eye, you still can see the lake, but it appear in your mind as water. It's a oval circle of water. So you hold the water image in your mind. I think this will be easier for me rather than see the fire. Okay, because the moment I see the fire, I feel that I need to put out the fire. Because in Myanmar, sometimes when with the children, what fire is very dangerous one. So like in our center, we burn things, but sometimes the children also kepo lah. They want to play with the fire. So every time I see the fire, I have to supervise. So when I see the fire, I cannot practice. Okay, now what do? You can practice morning, evening, or whatever. So just every day you practice. So you keep straight, sit straight, keep the body still, right? So how you see, you open your eyes, look at it slowly. Don't like don't focus so much because you focus so much using your eyes. First, we must use the eyes to see. So if you focus so much, your eyes will very tired. So just look at it. Yeah, if you need to blink, you can blink. Okay, you need to relax. Then you focus. Then if your mind run away, also come back to the object. So you can recite mental noting. You need to recite when you see with your eyes. You need to recite earth, water, water, fire. All right. So when thoughts come, don't fight with them. Go back. Now, how do you know you make progress? The first progress is you need to do a physical dislike. Uh, like you make a fire like just now, or you go to the see the lake. That's a physical. All right. Then when you be able to see, close your eyes, you see it, the stable image. So that is called learning sign. So when you focus on learning sign in your mind, then subsequently we call it counter sign. It becomes very clear, bright, motionless. So that is counter sign. So this will lead to uh, you are in a upachara samadhi. Means upachara samadhi means quite near the jhana. And after that, you get apana samadhi. Apana samadhi means inside the jhana. Okay. So the instruction here is actually very simple compared to Visuddhimagga. All right. Now, so we read this one later, we will just do some practice together. Samatha, the kasina. So conclusion, the 40 samatha objects and 4 satipatthana functions serve distinct but complementary roles in the Theravada Buddhist path. So samatha provides a systematic toolkit for development concentration tailored to individual temperament, while satipatthana, so yeah, to put that, offers a comprehensive framework for cultivation insight into the nature of mind and body. Contemplative practice tradition often emphasize or one over another. Like Burmese Vipassana movement prioritize Satipatthana based insight, while Thai forest tradition often integrate Samatha as a preparatory foundation. The choice between the approaches depends on lineage, teacher's guidance, and individual disposition. Now, which method you want to practice, it depends on which teacher you follow. If you practice follow a outsider, you need to practice jhana first. If you practice on the vipassana, satipatthana, then you practice the mahasi method. You focus on vipassana first. Now, if you go for Thai tradition, they practice on daily mindfulness and also samatha. So if you follow Thai tradition, they tell you you don't need to walk so slowly. Okay. If you follow the Pao, they say you must get jhana. All right. Now, what method you do uh, as long as you gain some progress, that's very important. Okay. Okay. Now, what we do is either we choose now, since we have time, it's also good to do some practice now. We either do water kasina or fire kasina. Let's see. This is a fire. Let's me do a leg here. It cannot. We just have to find our own leg. Maybe blue over leg pictures. Okay. Imagine it's easier, if you have like this kind of leg, natural leg. Okay, now when you want to do water kasina, remember you focus on water, not on the color. Yeah. Okay. Okay, like this. If you go to the leg, you are seeing the leg. You are not seeing the color. If you are doing the color, you make a kind of like your method is no more on the water kasina. It become color kasina. No. So for example, you are seeing this. Okay. Okay. So imagine you're seeing this. You are not focusing on the green color. You are not focusing on the blue color. You are focusing on the water. So this is we call it natural kasina. Okay. So this natural kasina. So if you follow on the two method, so we call it this is a preparatory. Now remember we have few image here at the end. The first image we call it the physical this. This means that if you are doing the casino, you are going to find something physical. Physical means find real lake, all right, or real water. Okay, or here I look at the lake, right? Or sometimes you find a water basin. It's also possible. So if you look at the water basin, so you just find a basin, water in water basin. All right. Or you look at the lake. Now, how are you going to do water in the water basin? So this is a natural, we call it physical lake, but you focus on the water here. So there's one way. Another way is look at the water basin. Water. Yeah. Now, nowadays with the AI, it's very easy to look for image like this. Okay. This is also good. So you put the water in a water basin if you want to do the water casino. So you just look at the water here. So the water, there will be some bubbly or some motion, little bit here and there. So it should be water. Your focus is not on the color. All right. So this water. So this called water casino. So this one way to do. Another way to do is like we say, go for a real lake. You just look at the water. Okay. So which one is easy to do? This one or this one? Boudica, which one is easy?
I think this one because the lake one a lot of got the image and other thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So oh this one is also another one.
yeah, this one also good.
Yeah. So when you go for tourist site, yeah, especially you go to lake, you know, why you come here. So when you go for tourist site, uh, it's not just you go for the sightseeing. If you are in a peaceful place, try to practice casino also can, you know. Okay. All right. So any of the lake, like this or whatever, yeah, this is not easy. You have to find another lake. So the best way is, maybe use any color lah. But the problem is sometimes when you see the color, your mind will get distracted by the color because the water is transparent, right? So it become like green color. But your mind should look at it the water, all right? Not the color, water only. Okay, like this. This might be the best example. Okay, now we're going to practice water casino. Let's say we just focus on this water. Let me make it big. Yeah. Okay. Why come here? Promotion again. What happened? Okay, this one. All right. So imagine we are looking at this color. Okay. So just imagine now I'll practice. Okay. So what we do is you make sure you now we just going to do that. You sit straight comfortably. All right. Your eyes look at this. So your mind focus on water only, not the color. Water. Imagine this is a water. All right. Later you try at home. So you just look at it and recite in your mind water, 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 water. Okay, now you can recite 1 minute. So after that, when I say close your eyes, you close your eyes and see whether you can grasp the image of water in your mind. Okay, now we can start. 1 minute now. Recite in your mind water, 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 water. Okay, now you close your eyes and see, can you remember this image in your mind? Close your eyes and try to visualize the image. If the image is not clear, open your eyes and look at it again. Okay, that's how we do the water casino. So the best, of course, you find the image. Let's say if any of you go for traveling, let's say if you manage to find a lake that is beautiful, very clean image, like some of you going to Tibet, right? Tibet is a very nice place with very clear image. And if you manage to find a lake like this, that's very good. From far you can see the lake. It's oval image. Why oval? Actually, the best is a round shape. Round shape is the best because your mind can capture the round shape. All right. So it should be like this. Okay, you all understand the instruction already? Okay. Any questions? So first you must have physical image. The key point is there must be figure image. After that, you look at it, that's with physical eyes. After that, when you close it, your mind should have the same image. So we call it learning sign. Sometimes we use the word grab sign. It means that it's the image that grabs by your mind. Adi will be ugaha. So they call it ugaha nimitta. So the first one is preliminary, so they call it parikama nimitta. All right. And this ugaha nimitta. So the final one will be patibaga. Because when we study my BA, so we have to write. Our teacher explained very very good. She also had a PhD. Same, she doing the PhD same with me, the same topic. So she's my teacher, very senior, 10 years my senior. So she explained very nice about you. The first one called parikama, where you make physical. Then when you close your eye, you can see the same thing. So we got ugaha because it means that you grasp, you learn in your mind. So it's a image in your mind. Then after that, you contemplate the same image in your mind. So it becomes very bright and very comfortable. It's settled near you. So we call it patibaga. So that's a normal a practice of any samatha. Even when you do the breathing meditation, sometimes the breath is a preliminary sign. So after that, you see the light. Light is called nimitta. So the light, when you become very bright, it come near to you. The concept is actually quite same. Okay, it's the same concept.
Sayaji,
Yes.
when we imagine the image, then after some time it will disappear, from the
Yeah,
mind.
right. Because the your concentration is not there. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So when the concentration is there, you really see the image.
or for
Now
how long?
imagine it depends on your concentration. Now imagine something you like. Okay, for example, we talk about something. Let's say you like a flower, okay? You like a flower, you see with your eyes, okay? See with eyes. Right. Let's say if you are somebody who like blue color, right? So you see the fly. So when you close your eyes, so you can imagine that flower. Can you? If you really like that flower, can? That is because you grasp it. That's a simile, I would call it simile. Same also for this casino, you should like the object. So for me, I don't like the fire because it's a sign of danger. I think I will not successful even I look. But last time the Thomas say he like to practice the casino. So that's why sometimes you heard of people, they say they want to practice seeing the fire. It's so strange on why they want to see the fire. Okay, it's one of the segment. To me, I think I prefer. Okay, now this is the water. So we have how many casino? Earth. Now you can do earth. How are you going to do earth? Like water, you can use water basin or with the leg. Fire, you can use fire candle, or the nowadays you offer to the Buddha the small cup of that is very easy one. All right. Now earth, how are you going to the earth? So earth is quite same. So you earth kasina. Now earth is of course you need to make earth. So very easy. You go and find a lump of earth. The color should be they call it red brown, dawn color. Dawn color means red brown. So you paste on the wall or wherever, or as long as it must be a round shape. Okay. That's how we're going to do. You use earth, you make it a round shape, you paste on beside, and then you sit and look at it. So after that, you just sit and look with eyes. Same also. Then third one, your mental noting as recite earth, earth. Then also same, close your eyes. So recall that earth image. Okay. Then you hold on that image, on that earth image. Same practice. Okay. Now do you get the method already? Other student? Now that is we call it you want to do a earth. Let's say, but if you don't want to do a earth, what should you do? So you can we call it you or draw a circle on earth. Okay. You find a piece of earth that is without grass, without stick or whatever. So you just draw a circle on the earth. So you stand and look at the earth. Literally the physical earth, you know. You just draw a circle on the earth. Okay. Let's say okay, draw a circle on earth. Now the is actually nowadays. Okay, I hope you understand. No, I think you don't understand what I meant. Okay, so I think you can find internet on Kasina also. There are some meditation given. That is if you are doing on a you take the earth and you put on it. Okay, make it as a dish. That's possible. Or according to instruction, you put the earth dish on a piece of plate or whatever. So you look at the earth. So your eyes should look down on it. Now the best way is draw the earth. I think not mentioned here. So just like this, you sit down and just look at the earth that you make. You make a lump of earth, make it flat. All right. So okay, that one you have to practice by yourself. So is the instruction clear already? All right. So you can practice today or anytime or whatever. Now now the next one is wind. Okay. Fire. A. After A and wind. Now what is wind? So this is actually can say easy or not, depends on how you see. Now, what is wind? Wind means what? Wind means motion, right? So, wind casino. Wind casino. Now, can you draw casino? Can you make a wind as round? It's impossible because first, wind is invisible. You cannot catch hold of the wind. It's impossible, you know. You cannot make it a circle. So what you do is simple. So you look at the leaves moving on tree. Okay. Or you look at the tree moving. So focus on the action of moving. So when you look at the trees, now if you have a or whatever or you got some trees outside, you are not looking at the leaves. You are looking at the motion. Dun, 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 dun. Okay? Looking at the motion of the leaves. So your eyes just look at the motion only. Right. Then after that, so same also, so you need to recite uh, A or win. Then you close your eyes and recall that motion, right? Same, then you hold on to it, onto that image. Now, this is to some people easier, to some people difficult because it's really something that you cannot see or not like earth, not like color, you know. It's you just see the motion. So if you can hold the image, it will be something like moving. And what it will be counterpart sign. Counterpart sign is look like quiet. It kind of like quiet motion only. All right. Now that is this one. Now how are you going to do it? Color. Color also same. Okay. Now to do the casino on color is we have the four color: blue, yellow, red, white. Now according to Wiswamaga, so it say for the color like this. Okay, same blue casino. So you need to make kasina. Now, what is the best way to get blue kasina? So either round blue clothes, okay, or you arrange flowers, blue flowers on tray. So you get the color, but it must be round. Then same, the instruction will be same. You sit and look at the color. After you recite blue, 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 then you close your eyes, you recall the blue. Okay. So it's the same thing. So we call it blue kasina. Okay. Let's say you make a kasina, right? So you make a blue color. So your eyes just look at the blue only. This to some people will be easier because if you like blue color. It's too complicated. Okay. Okay lah, so there are many colors here. Let's say same also for yellow color. All right. So either blue or yellow, same. Make sure you can paste on the wall, but not like him lah. You just sit straight. So you take paste and your eyes look at the blue color or watercolor or something. So you just look at the blue or yellow color, same. Look at it, blue, 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 or yellow, yellow, yellow. So when you close your eyes, you recall the same image in your mind. Then you grasp the image on your mind. Okay. So like any color you do, you can cut even a paper or piece of color, you cut it yourself. All right. So I think that's enough for today. Any questions before we break for meditation? So later, the topic will be quite long, because it's 16 vipassana and I definitely cannot finish by today. So I will continue the same topic next week. Next week will be the last day. All right. Any last question? Okay. If not, we just go for our meditation. So we will do meditation up to 10:30. Yeah, I think just 45 minutes. Everybody can practice together. 10:30 we have a break because I need to prepare for lunch now. And we continue the 2 p.m. on the this 16 vipassana knowledge. And the 7 Visuddhi. Okay. That is a long topic. Okay, we break here.